This video was made for plant science purposes only.
Oh, hello there. Have you ever watered a plant and wondered, geez, what gender is it?
Absolutely not. That would be an awful way to go.
Well, there's two reproduction parts, sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction requires genetic material known as DNA from two parents. They have something called gametes. Gametes are specialized haploid reproductive cells that contain only one set of chromosomes. The generic material from the male and female gametes combines to produce offspring. We call it fertilization, with the product being seeds.
Hey, wait a second. Walden told me about fertilization once. It was really...
Oh my god! Can you let me finish? As I was saying, flowering plants reproduce through a process of pollination, which can be known as a stigma or ovule to a flower. But it's not just pollination that's the issue. Oh heck no! Male and female flowers have something different. Male flowers have stamens, while female flowers have pistils. But when you think about it, they both have something called the sepal. Sepals are modified, typically green, leaf-like structures that forms the outermost part of a flower, collectively called the calyx, whose main job is to protect the developing flower bud from damage and drying out before it blooms. Think of it as a protective shell on a snail. Pollen must be moved to a part of the pistil, called the stigma, for reproduction to take place. Then we have asexual reproduction. It only requires one DNA from one parent. It creates offspring that are genetically identical to the parent plant.
Oh, plants do a lot of sexual production in themselves. Raffle.
For the last time, if I have any interruptions whatsoever, I'm gonna end this godforsaken video prematurely. Let's take a moment to know out flower parts, which will improve growing flowers for years to come. Here are the female parts. Ovule, the egg cell of the plant, which becomes the seed to fertilize itself. Pollen tube transfers pollen from the stigma to the ovule. And last but not least, the pistil, which is the stigma, style, and ovary. Now for the male parts of a flower: stamen, the male reproductive part of the flower; anther, the part of the stamen that contains and produces pollen; and filament, the stalk that supports the anther. Now let's move on to something more important, identifying different types of flowers. You see this? This is a complete flower. A complete flower contains all major flower parts including petals, sepals, and both reproductive organs. A healthy-looking flower with tons of power, strength, and total creation. It's like having all the pieces together in a jigsaw puzzle. Or if you prefer, there is a perfect flower. It contains all the male and female reproductive systems needed for potential growth and development. It's like it's gay. Why did I say that? Some flowers are complete, and some flowers are perfect, but some are incomplete. Incomplete flowers are flowers that are missing something such as sepals, petals, stamens, or pistils. And some are imperfect, which both lack pistils and stamens in general. Think of it as an ear of a corn plant. It is pistillate. This is the part where it lacks stamens. It even has its own taste. Disgusting! That was appalling! Staminate flowers are plants that lack a pistil, like a tassel on a corn plant, as we saw from the plant from the pistillate flowers. Alright, now that you learned so much about flowers, I will now show you a watering plant contest.
Hello you guys, it's me Peter, and I made a flower, watch it grow. Oh yeah, medically wonderfully flowers for the heck of it.
Let's see if I can grow flowers just like Pihetto did. Wow wow wow. That was quick.
Well geez, that was quick. Let's review what I taught you. We looked at several flower parts, such as sepals, petals, and ovules. And we also looked at asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction.
Shut
up, Microsoft Sam! We also looked at complete flowers, perfect flowers, incomplete flowers, and imperfect flowers, which harmonizes flower parts and what they have or don't have. Now I will ask you again, what flower part is needed for a complete flower? A pizza. B, a petal or more, or C, a kite. If you guessed a petal or more, you are correct. If you enjoyed what I have taught you, then subscribe to our channel. It keeps us motivated to future work. Thanks for watching.